This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Monday, the 20th day of November in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. The prolonged dry season, which has been sweeping across the country over the past 6 months, is being blamed for the steep increase in prices for fruits and vegetables on the local market. On the sidelines of an EU forum at the Marriott Hotel this morning, President Irvanali said farmers have been hard hit by the prolonged dry season, but the government is doing its best to cushion the impact of the food prices.
Our farmers are faced with a prolonged dry season. There's drought conditions, yield has reduced, productivity has reduced. In some areas, some farms have been burnt out because of the extreme heat. And this has caused a drop in supply. Basic theory is that if there is a drop in supply and demand does not decrease, then price increases. So that is primarily the main issue that we have here.
According to the president, the second crop of vegetables to be harvested in mid-December will also be affected, as the dry season is expected to continue into the first quarter of next year. To cushion the impact, he said the government has intervened with the injection of $5 billion to assist public servants, pensioners, and persons living with disabilities, as well as farmers. The government has also set aside $850 million for the purchase of fertilizer for distribution to farmers. It is expected that the support will benefit more than 287,000 acres of cultivation and 35,000 farmers across the country.
So we are working on supporting the farmers so that their input costs can come down. But they are faced with a challenge that even with reducing input costs, the climatic condition is affecting severely their productivity, which is yield, and also destroying their crop completely. So there's a major problem with supply.
And with the assistance being provided to farmers, it is unclear when the prices will go down. The president said the climatic condition is among external variables that the government simply cannot control.
And if you look at our inflation rate, and if you look at the numbers, you will see that the policies and the type of measures that we've put in place has minimized that impact substantially. We would love it to come down tomorrow. I would love to tell you that this will come down tomorrow. But what the government has to do is to implement measures that minimize the impact, and we have done that.
In its mid-year report, the Bank of Guyana said the Urban Consumer Price Index recorded a deflation of 0.3%, reflective of declines in the prices of food, mostly vegetables, prepared meals and refreshments, as well as transportation and communication, due to moderation in crude oil prices and an ease in supply constraints. However, since then, the price for fruits and vegetables and other food items has continued to climb significantly. More news coming up in just a moment.
My lord, I just love to shop in this store. My customers, them gonna love all these things. So many different things in one place. Household items, electronics, toys, stationery, confectionery, exercise equipment, shoes and clothes for men, women and children, school things, costume, jewelry, perfume, makeup. Oh, look the makeup!
Giftland Office Max, Guyana's favorite department store.
It's your time to win big. The Massey Store's Christmas jackpot promotion is back and bigger than before. Spend $5,000 at any Massey Stores to be the lucky winner of a brand new MGZS and fantastic weekly store prizes from now until January 31st, 2024. What are you waiting for? Head to your nearest Massey Stores to shop now. See our Facebook and Instagram pages for more details. Massey Stores, our family serving your family.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors, that my crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
It's back again! The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Make My Wish Come Through Christmas promotion is here. What are you wishing for this Christmas? It's another exciting Christmas promotion designed with you, our members, in mind. This Christmas, you can win big. Household appliances ranging from a fridge, washing machine, gas cooker, dining table, television sets, and much more. Here's how you can be a part of our Christmas promotion. You must be a member of the credit union in good standing. You must have an existing loan or must have taken your first loan with the credit union. You must fill out a coupon with your information clearly marked. Coupons for this promotion can be uplifted from our head office at Lot 45 Hatfield Street, Georgetown, or from any one of our regional representatives countrywide. Promotion runs from October 30th to December 15, 2023. What are you wishing for this Christmas? GPSCCU, people helping people.
The General Council meeting of the People's National Congress Reform ended yesterday with the party's full commitment to counter threats and aggression from neighboring Venezuela against Guyana in the ongoing border controversy. In a statement, the PNC Reform said its leader Aubrey Norton has pledged that the party will stand in the forefront against any and all threats to Guyana's territorial integrity. Mr. Norton emphasized that in the face of the Venezuelan acts of aggression, the PNC Reform needs to stand on the forefront of the efforts to defend the country's national security and territorial integrity. During an appearance on his party's weekly television program Nation Watch, Mr. Norton said the party is ready and willing to work to develop a comprehensive program to address issues related to the border controversy and keeping citizens informed.
Well, I've always said that there's need for a public education program. That is just to build the consciousness of the people. But the government is obligated to inform the Guyanese people not only what is happening, but what they are doing to protect our territorial integrity. And this is where I find them wanting. We are not getting any details. We are getting some because as a party, we got people in Region 1 and around. And so, like yesterday at our General Council, we got some information from one of our activists as to what is happening there. Yeah. Of course, Venezuela is trying to fight a psychological war at this stage. You see movement in the Venezuelans, etc. And I think they are seeking to kind of instill fear. It is the task of the government to whip up the passion of the Guyanese people.
And with regards to the fear being expressed by residents of the bordering communities, Mr. Norton said there is a need for a full intelligence-led operation and for more security support from the military.
Well, I've already said one has to recapitalize the army. I also believe that we have to have an intelligence network in the area. We also need to have our armed forces there. But we got to be very careful to ensure they have proper leadership so they aren't agitated and any unnecessary incident occur. So again, it's a question of developing a proper plan to deal with it, a proper strategy. It is important that we educate the soldiers, let them know what are some of the dangers involved in terms of if you act emotionally and some incident occur, it could spread to something that you don't want.
The Guyana Defense Force has been sending more of its officers and soldiers to the bordering communities in wake of the buildup of Venezuelan military personnel on their side of the border. The PNC reform leader said the opposition will continue to engage the government and lend support to its efforts to address the rising tension owing to the border controversy. Barbadian Prime Minister Mia Mottley has declared that she is fully supportive of Guyana in the ongoing border controversy with neighboring Venezuela. The Prime Minister was criticized recently after calling on both Guyana and Venezuela to ensure the region remains a zone of peace, while reminding Barbadians that Venezuela has been a good sister to Barbados. At a press conference over the weekend, the Prime Minister, along with her other CARICOM colleagues, said she wanted to make it clear that they are fully supportive of Guyana and this position.
In this particular case, in our view, Guyana's position has been strong. It has been unwavering, and it is before the International Court of Justice, and we have backed them 150% with that. But equally, we understand that where there is not the appropriate opportunity to keep temperatures down, then things can happen that go beyond our control.
Prime Minister Mottley said her mission is to promote peace and not division.
CARICOM has issued a very strong statement in support of Guyana. We have all, as individual countries, issued that. The fact that I've said 2 weeks ago at my annual conference that in spite of that Venezuela is a friend as well, and therefore we would wish to see the Caribbean remain a zone of peace, seems to have excited condemnation, Ralph, on you and me in some quarters.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who has also been cited for his close ties to Venezuela and mixed messages on the border controversy, said he believes that there should be dialogue between Guyana and Venezuela, even though they have different positions on the matter. On Saturday, President Irfan Ali said he is not open to any dialogue with Venezuela on the border controversy. But the St. Vincent Prime Minister believes there should be some discussions between the two neighboring states.
Look, Guyana and Venezuela are among 8 countries that belong to the Amazon Cooperation Treaty. There are things for them still as neighbors to be talking about. There's the question of the delimitation of the seas, which is not connected itself directly to the ICJ, the arbitral award, but which different countries may wish to see it sequenced in a particular manner.
Meanwhile, the CARICOM Secretariat has repeatedly made it clear that the region is supportive of Guyana in the ongoing border row and has also joined in rejecting the planned Venezuelan referendum on Guyana's Essequibo region. Well, one of Guyana's oldest political parties, the Working People's Alliance, has issued a call on the government and the National Assembly to consider a counter-referendum to affirm Guyana's territorial integrity in wake of the ongoing acts of aggression from neighboring Venezuela and the heightening of its claims of Guyana's Essequibo region. In a statement, the WPA rejected Venezuela's repeated aggression towards Guyana, describing the current situation as very serious. The Working People's Alliance said the prevailing situation must be treated as a serious matter, with Venezuela making it clear that it intends to forge ahead with its planned December referendum claiming Guyana's territory and seeking the Venezuelan public's support for the Essequibo to become a new Venezuelan state. The Working People's Alliance said there must be a national response. The WPA said it feels very strongly that the government, with the support of the National Assembly, should consider calling a counter-referendum in Guyana, with a clear intention of affirming Guyana's territorial integrity and the country's commitment to a just, legal, and peaceful resolution to the issue. In addition, the WPA said the referendum should serve as a medium for popular education and the mobilization of the popular mass of Guyanese citizens. According to the WPA, while the Venezuelan leadership is telling the world that it has no intention of invading Guyana, its rhetoric and internal actions leave no doubt that its intention is to hurt Guyana. The WPA noted that the fact that Venezuela challenges the very legitimacy of the current case before the International Court of Justice exposes a dangerous mindset, which can only lead to permanent aggression on the part of Caracas. The party said the ongoing Venezuelan aggression towards Guyana must be seen as a threat to Guyana's rights as a sovereign country.
Guyanese women from across the country are being empowered to take advantage of the many opportunities presented by the oil and gas industry. Entrepreneurial, leadership, procurement, and management are some of the training programs that women continue to have access to through the Center for Local Business Development and workshops hosted by companies in the industry. As oil production increases, so will these opportunities for Guyanese women.
Come on now, ping pong chairs, choo-choos, amazing, taste so good. Feed your cravings, chocolate rich, you'll be craving more and more and more and more. Here comes the crave. Ping pong chairs and choo-choos, feed your cravings, you know you want to. Here comes the crave.
Choo-choo heaven.
Guyana, get ready! It's the 61st National Schools in Swimming and Track and Field Championships from November 26th through December 1, 2023, hosted by the Ministry of Education and the Guyana Teachers Union. The point you've been waiting on is here. Come see top student athletes and teachers from 15 sporting districts compete in intense rivalry. Come and enjoy sailing at the National Park, Georgetown, swim at the National Aquatic Center, Leondale, November 27. And from November 28 to December 1, you witness the track and field action at the National Track and Field Center, Lenora, Coast Demerara. The action starts in hours. The National Championship, where stars are born. Sponsored by Forest Water, Vitamin Power Aid.
John Lewis Styles has opened a new department, now offering home goods. Here you can find quality sheets and towels, pillows, blankets, and even bath mats and shower curtains. Organize your laundry with clothes baskets, fabric steamers, irons, and ironing boards. For the kitchen, we have small appliances, towels and mittens, pot sets and dinner sets too. Decorate the house with mirrors, picture frames, floating shelves, and decorative pillows. All these and more on Waterloo Street. It's fashion for the home. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Vendors who operate in the pavement and outside the Monishwar store on Wallace Street will likely have to pack up and remove from the area by the 15th of January. The Georgetown City Council was recently ordered by the court to remove all encumbrances from outside the store. City Mayor Alfred Mentor met today with the affected vendors and said while the court did not give a specific timeline, he is proposing the January 15, 2024 date, taking into account the upcoming holiday shopping season and investments already made.
The court order itself did not speak of when you're supposed to move. The court order speak of moving you and to make a decision to get you moved at the soonest possible time.
The city mayor said he has approached the Monishwar's company on the issue and the timeline for the removal of the vendors.
From what I've gotten and from the discussion that I've had, I'm pretty sure that you vendors will be able to remain there at least to the January the 15th or thereabouts, so that you could be able to sell, to ply your trade, and to be able to deal with this. So,
Mayor Mentor said while the town clerk has already issued the vendors with notices to move in keeping with the order of the court, the issue has to also be addressed by the full Georgetown City Council. President Irfan Ali is assuring the nation that there will be no military conflict between Guyana and Venezuela, despite the build-up of Venezuelan military troops near the Guyana border and the planned referendum by the neighboring country to gain public support for its claim of Guyana's Essequibo region. At a press conference on Saturday, President Irfan Ali pleaded with the nation to rely only on official communication from the government and the Guyana Defense Force. He said while some concerns are genuine, the government is working tirelessly in the background to ensure peace prevails.
I believe strongly that there is no fear that should be driven in the Guyanese people or in our psyche at this moment. As your president, I'm confident that the course Guyana is taking will not only bring us success, but will ensure that our region remains a region of peace
And in response to recent statements from the Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez, President Air said a deliberate attempt has been taken not to respond to the Venezuelan Vice President and not fight ignorance with ignorance.
What is necessary at this time is for us to do everything at every level to ensure that Guyana's sovereignty and territorial integrity is kept intact. And I assure all Guyanese that we are sparing no effort, and I'm confident that the work that we are doing will not only ensure this, but secure this.
President Ali said he still does not believe that Venezuela will act in a reckless manner and use any military force in wake of the controversy.
We have already, as I said before, engaged our strategic partners. We have engaged the Chief of Staff and the Senior Command are continuously engaged with partners across the region and of course extra-regionally. And we are assured that Guyana's territorial integrity and sovereignty will not see our development partners standing aside and allowing anyone to take advantage of us.
Last week, Guyana and Venezuela appeared before the International Court of Justice as the court heard Guyana's application for a number of the questions in the upcoming Venezuelan referendum to be blocked. Venezuela has dismissed Guyana's concerns and has made it clear that the referendum will go ahead on the 3rd of December. The court is still to rule on Guyana's application. A 57-year-old US-based man is wanted by the Guyana police force in connection with the discovery of a large quantity of guns and ammunition that were shipped in a barrel from the US to Guyana. The wanted man has been identified as Andrew Marcus Fraser of Georgia, USA. The police said he's wanted for trafficking in firearms and ammunition. The large quantity of guns and ammunition was found at a GNIC wharf on Lombard Street, stashed in a barrel that was allegedly posted by the wanted man. Investigators are tight-lipped on their probe. Over the past few months, there have been a number of attempts to smuggle guns into Guyana in barrels. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Andrew Marcus Fraser is being asked to contact the nearest police station or to call 911.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Sorry.
Jack?
Hey.
Boys, where you going with all that speed?
Yo, today's the 15th. My NIS contributions are due, and I ain't even get the forms as yet.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that you're not aware that all self-employed persons can now make their NIS contributions using the MMG app from the comforts of their homes and offices?
Really? You know, I just pay my bills using MMG, you know?
Yes, Jack. And the thing's simple. All you have to do is open the app, select Pay Bills, Government Services, NIS, and Pay. They will prompt you to enter your NIS number, the month you're paying for, and the amount.
So I don't need to submit any form?
No. The only time you submit in a form is when you're making a claim.
Wait, I could make a claim too?
Oh, no, Come on, Jack. You didn't know that? Yes. All self-employed persons are entitled to all benefits from NIS. Well, except for the industrial benefits. And here's the good part. All of their forms, you can download them from the NIS website.
Well, girl, I'm really glad I bumped into you.
Anyhow, make sure you pay your bills later.
Later? I gotta sit down right here and pay my contributions first.
Take care.
For further information, please visit the website at www.nis.org.gy, the National Insurance Scheme Facebook page, or your nearest NIS office.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor of the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Look who's in the mix now. The new Buster Soda Water. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors. 100% refreshing. Taste Buster Soda Water today. Buster Soda Water. Now available for only $120.
With your regional and international news tonight, I'm Svetlana Marshall. In the region, Reuters in a report said Venezuela is close to approving a license for Shell and the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago to develop a promising offshore natural gas field and export its production to the Caribbean country. The license could set in motion a long-running effort by Trinidad to boost its gas processing and petrochemical exports while providing Venezuela with a much-needed extra source of cash. The two countries aim to speed cross-border energy development since the U.S. in January issued a 2-year authorization allowing the field's development. Venezuela, which holds Latin America's biggest gas reserves, and neighboring Trinidad, the region's largest liquefied natural gas exporter, would complement each other's needs to produce and export gas. Both nations are discussing a 25-year exploration and production license for the Dragon Field, which holds up to 4.2 trillion cubic feet of gas and lies in Venezuelan waters near the maritime border between the two countries. The brazenness of Trinidad's gangsters claimed another life just meters away from a police base on Saturday night, according to Trinidad Guardian. 23-year-old Christian Sansavor was shot dead a stone throws away from the Duncan Street police post. His killing is the third in a week coming out of the ongoing gang rivalry said to be between the 6 and 7 gangs. Police reported that around 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, the 23-year-old was with 5 others liming on Duncan Street when gunmen walked up to them and opened fire. The killers then got back into a waiting white Nissan X-Trail parked opposite the Duncan Street police post and escaped. The SUV was later found abandoned on Clifton Street near St. Paul Street. And finally tonight, international news. A group of 28 premature babies evacuated from a besieged hospital in Gaza on Sunday have crossed into Egypt, the BBC said in a report. The World Health Organization said 12 of them have now been flown to Cairo for further treatment. The babies were patients at the Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City, which has been occupied by Israeli forces after heavy fighting. Earlier, the Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza said an Israeli airstrike on a different hospital killed at least 12 people. Israel said its troops had come under fire from within the hospital and that it directly targeted a specific source of enemy fire, but did not fire shells toward the hospital. U.S. President Joe Biden has indicated a deal could be reached soon. That would involve Hamas releasing hostages in exchange for pauses in fighting. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.